What do you think that Israel's justification would be for doing what they're doing?
There is no justification. You can't justify the fact that on average 10 children a day are having their limbs amputated. Children and people in Gaza are having to eat grass and polluted water, drink polluted water. There's starvation. Gaza has been described as hell on earth. It's being described as the worst, as a graveyard for children, the worst place on earth to exist. There is no justification for that. And Israel continue with the robotic recitation. But this is like right to self. This is their right to defend themselves. This is about eradicating terrorism or rooting out Hamas terrorism or protecting or trying to return the hostages. I don't know who still believes that, but it's clear there is no attempt to bring out hostages if you're bombing children, if you're bombing and flattening entire communities. Residential buildings are being flattened. Generations are being wiped out. You have on average, I think 100,000 people have been killed, injured, or injured so far. So there is no justification for this level of violence, and people are just choosing to ignore the facts as they stare them in the face. This is ethnic cleansing, and it needs to be called as such.
How should we view the order to try and evacuate Rafah in this context? Because the IDF have maintained that they have tried to warn citizens when they're going to be entering an area and that they've given them information on where is safe to go. But Rafah is pretty much the last safe space where so many Palestinians are sheltering. 1.5 million are sheltering. Where could they go? Or is this just a token gesture to say, well, we warned them, we tried, so when death inevitably occurs, some of the guilt is removed?
I think it's just a chance for them to claim that they're looking to protect civilians. We know that's not the case, but we know that, of course, the English and American governments and officials will reiterate those claims anyway. But from the beginning, they haven't allowed civilians to return to the central regions of Gaza or the north, and now they're asking to evacuate from the south. There is nowhere left for them to go. There is no option for Palestinians in Gaza except to either be forcibly expelled or to be murdered. There is no other option. There is no in between. There is no attempt at rooting out hostages or but we're going to drop leaflets to ensure that there is no element of that. This is systematic ethnic cleansing, and Israel said from the very beginning what their intentions are. And as I said, Palestinians in Gaza now have nowhere else to go. They're living in camps. They've been displaced. They're hungry. They're dying from starvation. Aid is not even being allowed to get into. Medical staff are being targeted. Children are being killed every day. You can either exist in Gaza to be killed, in preparation to be killed, or you're forcibly expelled from your homeland. There is a word for that, and that word is ethnic cleansing.